Tauti is the power in me. All right, everybody, this is Illinois National District candidate John Kitover representing Peoria, Rockford, Bloomington, Illinois, and 10 other towns like Quincy and Pickens. I'm headed to the beach. We are sitting in traffic. It's flowing nowhere. And there's red light cameras everywhere. In Chicago, I wouldn't drive over 30 miles. It's really like Main Street. That's neither here nor there. This is a meditation video for you, my listener. It's called Tahuti. I am the power of Tauti. I am the power of Tauti. Tauti is the power in Tauti is the power in me. I am the power of Tauti. Tauti is the power in me. Okay, we're gonna call this chick Isabella. Isabella.
Hey, it's Isabel McIntosh. Leave a message after the beep.
Hi, Isabella. This is John from the Four-Leaf Clovers, Emerald Island. I'm driving to my boat in Montrose Harbor. I don't know what you're doing today, but it's a lovely day out. And if you're free and you want to go sailing in the wind, just call me back, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. We'd love to see you again sometime soon. Bye. Gotta tell them what you want, I guess. Okay, we're gonna call my campaign manager.
Hey, John.
Hello, Matt.
Hello. I'll be free in like 5 minutes.
Okay, call me back.
I got
Okay, call me back. Call me back. I am the power of Tauti. Tauti is the power in me.
Johnny,
Hey, Jeannie.
hey there.
Hey,
How's everything?
I'm in my car. I'm driving in my boat. It's 80 degrees out. I'm in heaven. It's 90 degrees out.
Sounds nice. Are you showing the boat or is just going out on it?
I'm not taking it out. It's too, I never learned how to sail, and I only have one friend that really knows how to sail. So, I'm going to take more photos of it today and repost it to Craigslist at a cheaper price. But I've got to get some more photos of it and repost it.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I'm doing today, really. But I'm going to meet a girl named
Sounds
Jocelyn.
good.
Yeah.
Anything else new?
No, I filed that formal complaint with the Treasury, and so they acknowledged it today. And my manager keeps mailing me FedEx packages with AWOL slips.
Keeps mailing you what?
AWOL slips
Oh.
for my permanent record.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, isn't it amazing? I haven't been to work since
That
May.
paywall stuff is all about not being able to file unemployment, don't you think?
They're forcing me to essentially comply with them, but I'm claiming that I can't comply because I have a 100% disability with the VA, and my mental health and my health prevent me from returning to work. But I think what they want is for me to march in there with my laptop on my cell, surrender, and give them a resignation letter. But I'm asking for 1 year of past wages. And this guy, Leroy Carter, he said, 1 year? That's all you asking? He said, yeah, I think they give you 1 year of salary. So we'll see what happens. Probably not. They'll probably deny it. But in the paperwork, it says they will give me a court-appointed attorney to pursue damages. And he went bananas when I pointed that out. He goes, you way too early in the process for that. Don't even bring that up. Screaming at me.
I think they want to see it in person to see if it's a legitimate claim.
Well, they're not doctors. Their opinions don't mean shit. They're just fucking civil service civil service employees opening and closing IRS offices. This whole thing going back in. I'm not X.
Why, is that an avoidance of them seeing you?
No, I'm done working there. If they want their laptop on their cell phone back, I will send it to them via UPS once I get a finalization or some type of discharge paperwork, because they're trying to But the thing is, who knows what'll happen? We'll see what happens. If the guy dies, and there's a chance he dies, my boss croaks, maybe I'll go back. Maybe, because it's all water under the bridge. My employee identification card doesn't expire for a couple of years. So I'm telling you, this could be the biggest waste of time, but we'll see what happens. I mean, all I'm trying to do right I'm trying to negotiate some type of settlement. I'm trying to create a meeting of the minds, and this is the final stage, because I got to file an approved EEO complaint. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if they negotiate some kind of settlement. I think they will, because the guy who hired me, he became the boss of the entire fucking thing. And somebody else filed an EEO complaint against him, and this other guy, Tony, filed one. So there's like multiple complaints against this guy, and he has settled them. So it's possible he'll settle it with me, but we'll find out.
So you're looking for one too?
Yeah, he's really toxic.
Okay.
He screams, he goes bananas, he uses profanity. He's almost like borderline psychotic violent. So
what did the other guys get settled with?
They got to transfer to a different business unit, and then they got all of their wages plus some kind of compensation for victimization fund or whatever the hell it is that they you literally ask on the form, how much do you want?
How long did it take for the settlements to shake out with those guys?
This guy is awaiting the final trial. Well, the guy Tony, who kind of pressured me into filing this complaint. So we'll see. I mean, everybody's got grievances, but I just think it's amazing that they can't just like mail me a letter and say, you're no longer working for the IRS. You are ordered to return. Because, I have protections, employment protections, and the union. I put the union down as the lawyer who's representing me. So we'll see how it all shakes out. But, it's such a waste of time. But
it's a long road, isn't it?
It is. But, to me, Mom, the whole thing is, it's like, I'm going to meet a beautiful girl at a boat that I can't necessarily afford to pay for, but I can afford to pay for, but I don't want to pay for. I hate spending money,
Well, I think if you had your joy with it, all it is maintenance now. It's kind of like buying a motorcycle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
Anything like that.
Well, I had a nice day. I had a nice day yesterday. I took a beautiful girl to the boat yesterday. And, no romance, but, I mean, just such a beautiful person, but full of anxiety, just tremendous anxiety. Hates the Jews, hates Israel, thinks all the Jews are committing genocide in Israel.
That's why she's eligible.
Have
you realized that anybody that's stable is not eligible?
This chick's not stable. She's living in her friend's apartment watching her dog.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I see.
She's not stable. That's why she's available.
Oh, I see.
That mansion.
Yeah,
no
right.
wonder you're available. You're not stable.
But I have at least a permanent housing arrangement. I mean, that's some stability. That's a baseline of stability.
Well, yeah. You got your little nature quirks, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
you're doing much better than you were in the past. I can vouch for that.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, just going to the gym every day, if you don't keep that up, you will die prematurely. Your body and your brain.
I ran into a guy at the post office. I ran into him and I said, Fred, how come you're not coming to the health club anymore?
Yeah.
And he says, I got bored with it. I said, Fred, you got nuts. And he says, I know I'm nuts. And I said, I think returning to the health club will help stabilize. You're only going to spiral, and not in a good way. Are you drinking? I said, it sure looks like you are. He says, yeah, I am. I said, everything is in the negative zone, Fred. Get back to the health club.
Yeah.
I'm going to be looking for you.
Yeah, it's math. It's math. You have to have more
it's
on
kind
the
of
right.
like a click thing. When you start seeing the regulars over there,
Yeah.
you're coming in, supports them, and they support you. So it's a real good association to other people that realize the benefits. You agree?
Yeah. There's just so many beautiful people that work out at the gym where you wonder at like 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's like, what do you people do for a living? How do you support yourselves? Because it's pretty expensive to live nowadays. So how are you here during prime working hours?
Nurses that work the night shift.
It's like ethnic people, a lot of men, a lot of older European men too. It's a whole mix of everybody, which is great. I'm just saying, I always wonder, like, how do other people afford to do this?
Maybe they're self-employed also, and they're squeezing off their lunch break, going back to their desk.
You know what? Some of them might also work like a graveyard shift or something. That's how they finish up their shift because they're working for the train or the bus.
Absolutely. If you figure out if they get off at midnight, they go home, chill out for a couple hours, go to sleep. Now it's 2 o'clock. They don't get up till 10 o'clock. Then they go to the club.
Well, I worked graveyard
Makes
shift.
sense.
Graveyard shift is from 5:30 p.m. to like 6
No,
a.m.
graveyard. Oh, no, wait. Graveyard is 11, isn't it?
That's a third shift, which starts at 6 p.m. and ends at 5:30 a.m. That's the third shift, the graveyard shift. I worked that at Avon. It was brutal. I was physically all fucked up. I mean, who wants to sleep? You got to draw your blinds to go to sleep. It's like crazy. You go to sleep.
I bought some blinds, finally. They're sitting on my kitchen floor. No, my bedroom floor. Now I need somebody to hang them. I never trusted myself hanging anything.
Yeah, I've got a good eye. When I've hung. Oh, you know how many paintings I have hanging in my house now? 220.
Ew.
I've fully maximized my wall space.
Did you have to paint the walls?
No, I didn't hang any paintings on good walls. Well, maybe I did hang it on some of the fresh paint. But anyways, I'm just telling you, I have a lot of paintings. It's like an art gallery now.
Did you finish painting out the coach house?
No, that's on the roster for tomorrow and Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, I'm going to list it, and maybe do an open house Saturday and Sunday.
Oh.
I don't even know if I want to do an open house.
Emailed said she and Linda are going to Durango to visit with Tracy.
Uh-huh.
And Samantha's picking a dog up at a rescue to take with her because Tracy picked it out.
Uh-huh.
And your Aunt Linda's like, freaking out that Samantha's bringing this dog. And I'm like, what's that got to do with her? It's her anxiety that's driving her. It's Linda.
Yeah,
Somebody's
well,
doing a kind gesture for another person, and Linda just can't seem to chill.
Yeah, but Linda's an older woman, and like now she has to contend with like caring for a dog as well. It's never just one person taking care of anything. So I could understand her,
Well, it's going to be in a crate on the plate.
Oh well, then it's just something.
To do with Linda.
Then it's just something else for her to complain about.
Doesn't want to hear it yapping. And the dog's taking a little pill to help it relax.
So wait, what? Oh, wait, Tracy.
Up all this shit. shit.
Wait, Tracy's gonna take the dog as her adopted dog? Samantha's delivering the dog to
Yeah.
her? Oh, I see.
Yeah, she's another dog to probably keep the other dog company.
Well, too many people are, I call people dog brains. They're like bird brains, in my opinion. It's like, there's a lot of shit to think about and worry about. How do you have the time to take care of all these dogs? Because that time you spend taking care of those dogs is time you're not spending taking care of yourself. So it's like a selflessness.
Right. And if you find a nice little relationship and the other person doesn't have a dog, that dog could be the end of that relationship.
Oh yeah, I was dating this girl Anna, and she had a dog that was pissing all over her floors. And I like to stretch and do yoga, and I'd go to her place. I wouldn't want to touch her floor. I'm like, you got a mental health problem, girl. Like, you can't have a dog pissing all over your house. And one night, that dog took my wallet and literally chewed up every card in the whole wallet. Everything. Destroyed the license, destroyed the credit, like everything was destroyed. I was just like, I can't believe it. Like, the dog literally turned everything into shredded wheat.
Did you ever see her after that?
No, she eventually moved back to Ohio, and I think she maybe rented out or sold her apartment condo in Oak Brook, but
you shouldn't even go near anybody that could possibly up and uproot themselves, because there's no potential in that at all, is there?
well, this girl was like damaged goods. I mean,
Your goal is to find somebody that might like to live with you.
Yeah.
After, of course, you've fallen in love. So don't waste time and don't splurge on anybody when there's no benefit to it.
No, I mean, I that was like, listen, I mean, you fall in love with girls if, you make love and you're attracted to them. They're nice, but unfortunately, like the girl yesterday, like, I'm not looking to like provide, because she even admitted, she's like, I need therapy. She said she had an abortion, her parents all voted Trump, and she can't tell her parents she had an abortion. And, she's like, I literally want to cry right now. I was like, don't cry.
She's delusional because she's not in control of her life.
Yeah, she's like, my friend is very successful. She lives in this expensive condo. She's got a great corporate job. She's like, I got no job. I'm like, I told her, I was like, you got to say to yourself, there's not a speck of dust out of place in the whole universe. That everything that has happened to you is and was meant to happen. And that's like the root of wisdom, and reframe your whole life from that perspective and, and start from there. And she's like, oh, I like those words.
She can't even comprehend that.
I know, right?
She's delusional. She has no control of what she's doing. She doesn't even want to admit to herself that she had an abortion. She's ashamed of it.
Yeah.
It's reality.
It's, it's got to be pretty common. I don't know what the percentages are, but this other girl that I was in love with, she said she had an abortion when she was younger. But, these girls at 17, 18, 19, like, if it's available and there's somebody on your street corner who does abortions, like, and you're pregnant, you probably do it, I mean, it's like, it's available. It's like a store. You go in and you have it done. I mean, it's an option. If the option wasn't there, they wouldn't have probably done the abortion.
Yeah, it's not a big deal getting to the bottom of an abortion. It's a little tiny mistake, and that little mistake doesn't even exist. It's just a mere morsel in your body. You got to get rid of it.
Yeah.
If it's going to cause all kinds of happenstance in your life, that's not going to work. So
Yeah.
then they got to find a victim to take care of them, and that's a man.
Oy
Real pleasant thought, isn't it?
vey.
Yeah, one thing after the other.
Well, I think I'll probably...
I'm going to get a pedicure because I'm getting through a slight depression after the majority of this work is over. I'm finally sliding across that abyss, and I'm handling it. I'm getting through it.
Well, I got to tell you,
Just
sunlight.
a day, little detail work, and I'm moving forward. I have to. I have no other options, right?
You always have options. That's one of the best things about life is exploring your options by thought and using your imagination to contemplate what
Curiosity.
No, I'm talking about priorities, meaning that if you analyze your priorities, you're really exploring what is the most important to-do item on my to-do list. And if you really execute it, that's when you feel you're in a good place. But yeah, I mean, I would just say you've got great options, but you're like doing artwork in a way. You just, maybe a lot of artists want to sell their creation, but you're building, really all we're always doing is like building a tomb for ourselves.
I just read this morning that the more curious you are, which I'm really good at, I'm a very curious person, that offsets Alzheimer's. I guess because it's furthering your dreaming and your realities. If you make things come to fruition, then you're onto something. You're creating. Would you agree?
Well, you want to mirror the creator of reality, of life, of the earth, of you. So if you're not creative, I think you're bored. And I think you're very creative. So you shouldn't have a problem on the boredom spectrum. I think you are probably lonely and bored, but it's more probably a combination of you don't have enough communication stimulation from men and women in your life that you can safely access, because a lot of communication is negative and dangerous to even dabble in. So you need to find that positive communicator that you enjoy being with.
Right. And there were a few of them. The smarter the person is, the more engaging they are. And so if you're not the smartest person, you need to look for those smarter people. It gets you flowing, gets me flowing. And unfortunately, my best communicators are all dead. That's why I miss them so much. So it was interesting to have found those people.
Well, there's the other
aspect. Right, I am lonely.
The other aspect is meditation, which is a part of creativity. You can play music. That's like the easiest way to meditate, honestly. So that's one way to achieve essentially what you're missing, which is that communication.
Yeah, I have something to say about music. I haven't been turning my bows on for probably 7 days. I feel more in touch with what I'm doing than when I was hearing the music 15 hours a day in the house.
Uh-huh.
I'm liking it without the music. So I'm experimenting there right now.
Well, that's the silence now.
Hey, look, I'm going for my pedicure, so I gotta head out.
Okay.
Thanks for calling.
Okay, love you, Mom. Take care. Have a great day.
I love you, Johnny.
Okay, take care.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Okay, that's the Mom Podcast. What'd you think? We're at the boat slip.